guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katrina and I'm a mama of 4 little ones. And today I'm going to catch you up on all things that has been going on in my life and some things that I've just been really encouraged by lately. And I've just felt this desire to push myself way beyond my comfort zone. And so I'm gonna share with you guys 4 things that I've done in recent times, and I really feel like they have all just impacted my life greatly and positively, and I just hope that it would be an encouragement to you as well. So number 1 is that, which may be obvious, is that I did a big social media purge. Essentially, I just quieted my channel, which was this. I think the last video I posted was maybe a month or 2 months ago, which doesn't seem too long ago, but I guess in YouTube world and algorithm it is. And especially I took a major break with Instagram. Now, if any of you guys follow me over there, I have a little account in my little corner of IG that I really enjoyed over the years. And it's been something that has always been a creative hobby for me. And it started to go down this pathway where it was becoming kind of like a small business. Now, I always prided on myself by saying this is just a hobby. I am number 1, a stay-at-home mom. That is my focus. But like anything else, social media can really take away our focus and distract us from the world around us. So I found myself taking on these little jobs, these opportunities, these collaborations, and the more that I said yes, the more that I felt like it was taking my attention away from my family. Also, I didn't really like the idea that whenever a brand or sponsor would send things, that we would just become fixated on bringing more of these physical material things into our house. And I've always been fighting against that. You know, I tried to live more simply, but over the years, we were acquiring so many things, toys, clothing, items for our home that we just generally weren't using after the sponsored ad. And so I just finally had to just quit it all. I had to give it all up and just say no more, because it's not real life. It's not authentic to who I am. And that's originally why I started my IG account. And so I really wanted to make sure that I didn't get too lost in that game. So coming back to that world, I would say 6 months later, it's been interesting. I feel like, you know, it's very easy to start to get lost in that world of IG, scrolling, getting consumed, doing the comparison game. And I think the materialism that comes along with IG is very dangerous. So another point that I think would sort of bring this whole digital cleansing, purging home is I started reading this book, which I'll grab. I just picked it up at our local library. It's called Digital Minimalism, and I think it's been around for a while. You know, it's nothing new, but I think it's just kind of brought home to many of the feelings that I already felt going into this whole purge, and just sort of my whole perspective on social media, which I think I could make a whole other YouTube video on if anybody is interested. I want to be present with my kids. I want to be present with my husband, and you know, the things that are most important in life, the memories that you keep with you, are not the ones where you're fixated on how many likes you got on that photo that day. So the next 2 things are maybe a little bit more surface level, but I know that they impact all of us. We are all affected by these things on a daily basis. And for myself, it's always been sort of a part of my identity and something that maybe I've struggled with when I look in the mirror. So to get straight to the point, I decided to ditch shampoo. And I know that sounds really hippie granola. Please don't leave. I'm not crazy. I will tell you exactly why I did it. And who knows, maybe you'll be like me and you want to ditch it too. So there was this thing going on, this is before I decided to do my social media purge, where I was captivated by this woman who had talked about ditching shampoo and doing the no poo method. Now, essentially all it is these people have gone and they've gotten rid of their commercial grade shampoo, and they've started to wash their hair with baking soda, and then rinsing it with apple cider vinegar. That's kind of like the standard. Now there's other ways of doing it. You can use shampoo bars, you know, you can introduce just using cast iron soap, but I really wanted to sort of get into the world of ditching the actual products of shampoo. For years I've been using really gentle products. You know, I've been using organic, really light and gentle shampoos in my hair since I think when I got pregnant with my first or second daughter. So it's not like I've been really abusive to my hair, but over the years of having children, I've noticed this slow sort of downgrade in the quality of my hair. My hair will look really nice and full and lush during pregnancy, and then postpartum, it's really brutal. Like I would comb my hair and I would just see all these little baby hairs everywhere. Like it's almost like it all broke off. Now I understand hormones play a huge part in this. I've never had really unusual levels with my hormones besides iron, which is something that I've continued to take even after pregnancy. I thought if there's other things that I can do to help my hair, I'm gonna try it. So I ditched shampoo, and boy, was that not easy to do. Of course, you know, people want to glamorize it and talk about like, oh, you know, it's my no wash hair day and all this, but my hair literally goes boom. All of a sudden I have this like slicked, greasy hair. My hair is fine. So of course that combination, and it's just been a total struggle. Finally, I would break down and I ordered Rasool clay, I think that's how you pronounce it, off of Amazon, easy. And I started washing with this stuff, and you guys, this stuff actually works. And the first time, boy, the inside of my shower looked like a nightmare, like a sandbox that had exploded or something. It was kind of gross. But I eventually figured out a routine and rhythm and realized that this is kind of fun. Like it kind of turns my shower time into like spa time, where literally I'm kind of doing like this mud mask in my hair, and then I'm rinsing with the apple cider vinegar. Now, rinsing with vinegar does take some getting used to, but I've realized that if I mix it with other things like teas, herbal sort of infusions. I've used a lot of things from my garden. I've bought herbs from the grocery store, whatever I can, and sometimes I'll even boil it, and then I will leave it on the counter overnight, and then I'll rinse the next day with it. This is my new routine. I find that my hair is happy, I'm losing less hair, and hopefully I can come back and update you guys and share sort of a more longer look at what this experiment has been like. So moving on to another more, I would say, consumerist, materialistic thing is that I cleared my closet. Now, this has been something that I've been actually looking forward to doing for a long time, and I wish I filmed it, you guys, but I literally just went into my closet one day and ransacked it. I went through all of my nursing clothes, all my pregnancy clothes, all my clothes in my past life, all my old professional clothes because I used to be a teacher. All of that stuff I just packed up, bagged up, and then literally went to our local thrift store and dropped it all off. It was crazy. And you know what? In some ways I thought to myself, I could be selling some of this stuff. I had some really nice pieces in there, nice dresses, nice things that I bought even in recent years, but I was just so tired of looking at this stuff and feeling inadequate, feeling like I'm never gonna wear this stuff, or I'm not gonna fit in this stuff, or it's just, a lot of it was so utilitarian and worn out. You know, nursing clothes are kind of a thing of the past now. I'm not gonna be doing that much longer. And so, yeah, it was like just this big release. Now, of course, I had to have some things to replace those items that I got rid of because I literally had nothing. So I ordered really basic items. T-shirts, some comfortable shorts. I have one pair of jeans that I wear occasionally. I'm not really a jeans gal these days, but I do have that. And I think the big sort of hesitation for most people when it comes to buying clothes is, you know, either spending too much and being disappointed, or buying something and then just feeling a lack of insecurity and sort of love with yourself once you put the item on. That has been my struggle for years. you know, of course, my body has transitioned so many times with 4 pregnancies and then postpartum and nursing, and then my weight kind of fluctuating through all that. But I've just had such a hard time with clothing ever since I became a mom, where it's just hard to find a one piece, one size that fits all garment. Now, needless to say, I did do an order through this one shop, and I am so excited. Like, I still look in my closet and I get excited about getting dressed every day. These items fit my body. Like, you know, when I gave them my measurements and told them my preferences, I could customize things. And so for the first time ever, I've been able to get clothing that actually fits me. Like, you know, why haven't we all learned from this? Why aren't we all doing this? And my greatest desire is that more women out there will do this. You know, we get so caught up in looking at models on Instagram or, you know, on magazines where, you know, they might be wearing a dress and it looks so beautiful. And then you go to purchase it and you put it on your body at home and you look in the mirror and you think, I do not look like that lady that I saw on the cover. Who is this person? And I'll tell you, it's been such a learning journey for me, and I'm still learning. Building a wardrobe that fits your lifestyle, but also complements you and your body and your shape is just so important. And making sure you're wearing clothing that fits you now. Don't keep items that you think, well, I'll eventually get into that, or one day maybe I'll wear this. No, look at your closet and really invest in those items that are important, that are tailored, and that just make you feel good. This last one was like the biggest mental hurdle for me, and you guys are gonna laugh when I reveal what it is. I made my first sourdough loaf. And you're probably thinking, Katrina, you're like 2 years too late to the whole sourdough trend. I think when I started to make my sourdough starter, it was around January, I think, or February-ish. It was kind of the end of winter time, and I was kind of looking for something to do as a hobby, and I thought, now's the time. I've got, you know, the time in my life to do this, so let's get started. So I followed many recipes online trying to figure out how to do this, and every single time after about 2 weeks my starter would fail, and like just bomb, epically fail, and I was dumping it down the sink, and I was just thinking like, what the heck, why can't I figure this out? And so every time I failed, I just felt like a fool, and you know, my kids were watching and they were kind of like, come on mom, you can do this. If you are not familiar with sourdough, you have to feed it every day, sometimes twice a day. And you know, in order to get a really viable starter, they say that you have to wait at least 3 weeks to a month to have a really solid foundation. Now, every time I got to like the 2 or 3 week point where I was doing this religiously every single day, it would just fail in some way. It would grow mold, it wouldn't rise, it would just, I don't know, it just wouldn't do anything. And so I was just really feeling the pitfalls of what it is to make something like this. I finally got a starter that was sort of succeeding. It was going, it was rising and bubbling and flowing out of my jar, and I was like feeling such sort of gratitude, like, I'm doing this seems right. I'm anxious the whole time, you guys, like the whole time. Every time I went to feed it or, you know, throw away, you know, the discard, I just felt like I was throwing away all my hard work, and it was just such a psychological game. Now, this took me probably 4 tries to get the right starter, just so you're aware. Step 2, we get to time to make the bread. Now, I am an amateur baker. I have none of the supplies. I don't have a scale, so I was looking for recipes without a scale. Found one. The first batch of dough I made just failed, did not take. It was like soup, and I had to dump the whole thing out and dump away my precious starter as well. Scratch that, did it again, and this time, full of anxiety, I managed to get a dough going. Got the formation of the roll, or I got the formation of the loaf okay, I thought. put it in my Dutch oven, and it came out beautiful, you guys. And of course, you know, the sense of satisfaction when you do something and it actually works, it's like the joy was just coursing through my veins. And of course, you know, my kids were celebrating and they were excited and everybody enjoyed it. It tasted, I would say, really good, except for I definitely needed more salt, and I think I may have overproofed it beforehand. But that being said, it was my first loaf, my baby, and I was just so proud, and more so rewarded by the fact that I'd stuck with this thing, this goal of mine, and my daughter got to witness that. Sometimes, you know, we have to really stretch ourselves and go beyond our comfort zone to achieve great things, and this was just one of them, and I'm really grateful. And it's something that I'm gonna continue to do. I made another loaf the other day. It kind of fell off, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't bake it long enough. So it was a little squishy in the middle, so that one had to go. But I have the confidence now where, you know, I can continue to do this and keep trying, and I'm learning all along the way. And it just is an encouragement for me to keep going, keep pursuing these goals and dreams, and be sort of an example to my kids. That's how I want to serve my family and continue to show up and learn and challenge myself. I hope that this long chatty video was an encouragement to you to go after those goals and dreams and really just push yourself outside of your own comfort zone. Truly, I think through these challenges of struggling and being uncomfortable and going against the grain will be the most rewarding experiences to come. Thanks again for being here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.